You're watching Goddess.
Good evening. My name is Shannon Kringen, and you are watching GoddessKRING. It's a beautiful summer right now in Seattle. It's June of 2009 that I'm recording this, and I recently went to an open poetry mic night and shared a little bit of poetry, KringSPEAK I like to call it, and I played a little bit of improvisational piano, and that was fun. And I'm volunteering at the zoo and have taken some beautiful photos of the animals at the zoo recently, and have been going to be going actually to the East Coast in July to visit a friend of mine's relatives and have a good time in New York. So hopefully take interesting pictures in New York City, New Jersey, and just interesting places. I guess there's some kind of safari animal place we're going to go. And I love animals and plants, and I volunteer at the zoo, and I have a little bit mixed feelings about the zoo because it's sad that animals are in captivity. It's sad that we even need to have animals in captivity to protect them. But at the same time, the zoo protects these animals from being poached or hunted and tries to reestablish the populations, or keep the populations going in the zoo at least. And then in the wild, some animals might go extinct. But the zoo actually tries to educate people about protecting habitat and trying to get along with wild animals in the human realm. And it's so the zoo is partly an educational place to help encourage people to appreciate wild animals and love and observe different species of animals, and to try to educate people about what animals need in their natural habitat, and about the biggest threat to animals and them going extinct is losing their habitat, because humans are developing the entire planet. And so it's good to teach people about that. And I've learned that the zoo actually works with, sometimes in the wild, with helping to repopulate, helping to breed animals, and to take baby animals and bring them to a safe place at the zoo until they get old enough and mature enough to not be eaten by predators, and then they put them back out into the wild. And so there's like a frog or a turtle that used to only have 200 in the wild, and because of the zoo's program it took 10 years, but now there's 1,200. So it went from 200 in the wild to 1,200 in the wild. So now we have KringSPEAK, Shannon Kringen, GoddessKRING. Catch the Windsong Spiral Drive is what I call it. It's really called Windsong Spiral Drive. Bada boo, bada bing, stinging rings the kring. Catch the windsong spiral drive, crack the code, left and right node. I wander and I wander, tripping over sand dollars, moon haulers, key robbers. Enchanted lands, smoky hands, rough and cracked. Take this sand and stand alone, all one. I present the present, desert the desert. Exercise bring, exorcism cleanse. Shaka shaka, shaka shaka, shaka shaka. So that's Catch the Windsong Spiral Drive. And it seems like most of my poem is about tapping into a deeper sacred part of yourself and trusting it and going with the flow and improvising and trusting your own unique rhythm and way of doing things. It seems to be my main thingy McJagger. Ocean Beam Come Clean is the name of this poem. Ocean beam, come clean, manifesting dreams, inner energy, life force, come forth. Moonlight on snow, Dylan-esque romantic glow. Typecast, my dragon sleeps, Monkey moon coming soon, phases of seeing the gray balloon. Cranberry moon drops, cranberry moon dream, high bloom through the roots, in cahoots, sliding doors, eyes adore. Healing energy come through me. Let me be the channel to the healing energy. Let me be the channel to the healing energy. Ocean beam, come clean, manifesting dreams, black fire, feather rain, sifting the stream of consciousness again. Inner energy, life force, come forth. Ah. So that's another poem by me that's you know, I'm kind of irritated with myself though, because I like the poems that I'm reading right now, but I wrote these in 1997. It's like, come on, write a new poem. It's like every time I try to write a new poem, certain phrases come into my head. Volcano ash, erupting green, enchanted fingers filter rain. And there's also authentic ejaculation of my soul, molten orange liquid glow. And then fusion drives illusion to erosion. Erosion guides fusion to explosion. And volcano ash erupting green, enchanted fingers filter rain. Bada boo, bada bing, stinging rings the Kring. Like, these are the phrases that keep coming into my head, and I like them. I like what I've done. But it's like every time I try to write a new poem, these same old phrases come into my head. So it's almost like typecast my dragon sleeps. It's like I've typecast myself, which means that my dragon, the more wild, adventurous side of me, maybe is asleep if I typecast myself. In other words, if I'm stuck in the past, typecast my dragon sleeps. Meaning, I'm stuck in the past, so the wild dragon is asleep. Monkey moon coming soon, I'm a monkey, and moon is the emotional part of yourself astrologically. So monkey moon coming soon, I will be my true emotional self if I let myself be free and open to who I really am. Phases of seeing the gray balloon, to me, is like a Siddhartha black, gray, white, three little bears thing, like everything in moderation, middle way, balance. You know, there's black, there's white, and then there's the balance in between. So phases of seeing the gray balloon means that you learn to appreciate the gray and not think everything has to be black or white. So it's sort of a triple entendre, thingy Mick Jagger. It's like, it's true. Things pop into my head, and then I kind of sometimes think it's nonsense, and then I analyze it, and then I realize, wow, I think my subconscious is trying to tell me something. But when I first sometimes write my poems, I think I'm just being playful and finding words that rhyme in just a fun, interesting way that sounds interesting to me, or musical, or poetic, or graceful. And then I realize, wow, they have more depth and more meaning than I even thought, which is really magical and cool, and I'm grateful for the sacredness of that. And when I say fusion drives illusion to erosion, I mean fusion. I think there's unity and diversity, and it's like a paradox. It's like unity and diversity. And so fusion drives illusion to erosion, to me, means seeing the unity in all. It gets rid of the illusion that we're all separate and we're all different. Even though every single culture is unique and every country is unique, there's different languages, there's different species on the planet, and yet we're all on one earth together. And the ecosystem works. It's like there's a diversity of species in the ecosystem, and plants and animals, and yet we all need each other. There's like a giving and receiving. When one animal dies and rots into the ground and fertilizes the earth, and then plants grow, and then animals come and eat those plants. So it's actually remarkable that there's a unity. So fusion drives illusion to erosion. It's like there's a unity in the diversity of the ecosystem, and of human beings, and of art and culture, countries, language, all that stuff, all that jazz. So my name's Shannon Kringen. You're watching Goddess Kring. I hope I'm inspiring you in some positive way.
Goddess Kring, Shannon Kringen, Goddess Kring.